Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and today I am going to be showing you my June monthly Plan With Me spread. I went with a grape/wine theme for this month, so if you're feeling a little summer rosé, then this is definitely the video for you. You might notice that I'm kind of doing a little bit of a I would say a bad tool job here with my Micron 005 pen, trying to do some bold script lettering. Unfortunately, I don't have any nice like calligraphy pens, but I'm trying to just fake it as best as I can for this just scripty June heading that I have on my front page here. So what I have is basically just a simple grape branch that is going to be falling over top of the script lettering of June. We're going to have a couple of grapes. There's those rough triangles you can kind of see in there already. And then we're going to have some grape leaves. I haven't seen a grape leaf in a little bit, and I looked at a couple of pictures, but please don't use me as a guide if you're drawing your own grape leaves, because these aren't super accurate. But for my purposes, they look pretty cute. So one thing I do want to point out before we get too far in this video is I screw up a lot. This spread has a ton of mistakes, and I'm actually really excited to share this video with you because it kind of shows how I fix my mistakes. Obviously it's pretty hard once you've gotten like your line art done with pen to go back and kind of fix some of these errors, but I'll give you a couple of examples of things that I screwed up this month and what I did to fix them. So that'll be pretty neat if you're like me and you have issues that come out of doing these things with not the best planning. So anyway, right here in this spread, I'm just doing this branch. I've got a couple more leaves and those swirly vine bits. I find that making the leaves go in a bunch of different directions and adding those swirlies just makes it feel a little more organic and alive. Makes it cute. So we're gonna go ahead and finish up this branch here. I think we're just about there, and then move on to the rest of this page. I like to keep my cover page pretty simple, and actually I feel like I'm doing it a little more simple this month because I'm doing a only black and white theme. So next up, I'm going to pull out my stamp set. I actually just picked these up and I'm really excited. This will be my first time. So you can't quite see it, but I am off camera trying to figure out how the heck to use these things. But I think I finally got a grasp on it. So this is the Archival Ink ink pad. I will link this below. I did just get it on Amazon, and I'm putting in just like a calendar kind of border here, popping in the days of the week, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the month. Now, just FYI, June does not have 31 days this month. That is a mistake that I did not realize until way later. So the stamp didn't quite go all of the way, so I just went ahead in with my microns and filled in any gaps. Okay, so next up we are going to look over to the left and do a little quote page. I know a lot of bullet journalers do this, and I never quite understood why. Oh, also I totally had a quote in mind and then decided to change it at the last second, but as you do. So I know that a lot of bullet journalers do this, and I didn't get it for a long time, but for me it's kind of turning into one of those things that I'm meditating on in the moment when I'm setting up this page. It's not necessarily something that I'm gonna look back on throughout the month, but it does feel really nice to just kind of think for a moment, meditate on this idea, this quote, this strong positive thought. In this case, it was trust yourself. And just feels really good to like take some time and center on that. So I just went ahead and cleaned up the pencil there, and now we're ready to move on. Okay, so we're gonna hit our mistake territory pretty quickly here, but what I'm doing is just using last month's monthly spread as a guideline, setting up a couple of just dots to help me see where I want to do my lines. And I'm gonna do a quick time jump here so we don't waste your time, and you'll see that we have a little bit of a mistake. Okay, what can we do? Well, we're just gonna go ahead and pretend that page never happened. I don't know why I didn't really get that this was an option for me, but we fixed it. So yeah, just go ahead, glue that last page down, and it's like it never happened. So we're using, oh boy, we're using those guidelines that we just created to make a new monthly spread and hopefully fix some of those mistakes that we had. Now let's see if you guys catch the mistake that I'm making here before I do. But yeah, so we're just gonna kind of have a simple monthly spread, you know, nothing special here. I didn't want to do boxes because it ended up being a little bit of a pain. So we're like, okay, we'll just go through with the days. But alas, we have an extra column. Okay, can I use my white pen to fix it? I can't. So I'm gonna kind of take a lesson from those tattoo artists that are always covering up bad tattoos, and we're gonna cover up everything here with some art and some thick black lines. So on the left side where we have that extra column, I'm just going to go ahead and turn that into a grapevine. Fortunately, with all of the curlicues and branches and leaves, it looks pretty organic, just like it is kind of climbing up the left-hand side of the calendar. And I don't know why I have this affinity for jumping back and forth between one thing and another, because that's honestly how I end up making these mistakes in the first place. But I jumped over back to the lettering, or numbering, I guess, to see if my white pen would show up on the darker outline, and it did, so hooray. But now we're jumping back over to the grapevine to see what we can do there. I had like a couple of extra lines that I wanted to cover up, so I put this basket full of grapes down at the bottom left. My hand's covering it right now, but it ended up covering up that line in a pretty cute way. And once I added shading to the grapes on the inside of the basket, it really covered it up. You couldn't tell there was a problem there. There's still that one in the middle and the one up top, but we'll get there. So I'm going back in here and cleaning up the dark black line a little bit and adding the days of the week. I think if I had started with that, I probably would not have run into my problems to begin with. But you can lead a horse to water and maybe it won't bullet journal perfectly. So I finally figured out what I was going to do with these extra lines over on the left, and that's where I ended up putting my future log. It's a little crammed, but it'll work. I don't have a lot of future plans right now anyway, so we'll just hope that nothing gets too crazy in my calendar. Add a little drop shadow just to kind of make it stand out and look a little more intentional. And then I figured I would bring that black column header to my other lines here. Oh my gosh, I am cringing watching this because it's just so messy looking on camera. I'm sorry guys, please don't judge me. But it really looks a lot cleaner in person, I promise. So yeah, I went ahead and added all of the days of the week. Realized I was missing a couple down at the bottom, but that's okay. We got them in and everything worked out fine. So now, of course, is the time that I am going to go ahead and give a shout out to a sticker product that I really, really love. This is from Shine Sticker Studio, and I'm just going ahead and putting stickers on some of my vacation days coming up because having a little cute glass of wine or some unicorns is just uplifting and adorable, and I can't live without that. And now that we're just about finished with this page, we're gonna go ahead and see what our font was that we used in the cover page and try to bring that over to the monthly spread itself. Again, I really need to go pick up some calligraphy pens, and if you guys have a favorite calligraphy pen that you like, please link it in the comments below, because I cannot keep doing this with these microns. I'm going to end up just going through this entire set of 4 pens that I got in like seconds. So yeah, just going back in and cleaning everything up here. Sorry for the rattly camera. But we're going to go ahead and get rid of all those pencil lines. I was really impressed that the ink from the stamp didn't run at all. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for stopping in and checking out my video today. If you like bullet journaling or unboxings or any other kind of slice of life YouTube video, please subscribe to my channel. And again, leave me a comment below. Let me know what some of your favorite bullet journaling products are. Thank you guys so much. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys soon.